Hey, welcome to Academy of Tone 310. Tonight with Joe Berger, straight from New York, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I got to Frankfurt the other day, Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Played with Matthias Baumgart in Frankfurt. Hello to Matthias if you're watching, and we always sound great together. So we're doing next Monday as well. So
cool.
And Sunday, I think. Yeah.
And where are you playing then in Frankfurt?
There's a place called Frankfurt Garden. It's an outdoor thing on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then a place called Bernemer Fass in Bornheim.
Bornheim, yeah, Frankfurt Bornheim.
And it's they have a jam every Monday night.
Okay.
So yeah, I say hello to a bunch of different people out there. Certainly some of my German friends out here. Michael Falkenstein from the Hammond organ legacy, and Torsten Berlinghoff.
Okay.
You know Torsten? Yeah, he's from the Guitar Summit and everything, metal.
Yeah.
I appear on his albums as a guest. And then Jon Hammond, of course, who I play with at NAMM just every year. And I used to play the Music Messe every year.
Yeah.
We would play the Jazz Keller in Frankfurt. We did 30 years in a row there, I think.
You are one of those Messe people that going I mean,
87 was my first.
yeah, I mean, this was long before did I actually, no, Musikmesse I've done in the 90s.
In the 90s, yeah.
So this was long before
Yeah,
my
I don't
time.
remember seeing you in the 80s.
Yeah,
but I did the Music Messe in 87 and was lucky enough to play with John Entwistle and Jack Bruce on the same night. And the night before, I played with Dieter Schnapke, another guy I wanted to say hello to. He was just here. Yes,
he was
I know.
here.
I noticed.
Yeah.
And Alf Schneider, who is no longer with us, but a wonderful drummer. And but getting to play, that was in front of Deep Purple and Bad Company were in the audience, and Blackmore's giving me these looks, like.
Of course.
And I'm playing Engl, and sure enough, a few weeks later, he's negotiating with
Engl
Engl
amps,
for a deal because he heard
your tone,
thing, and I think he went for it. And same kind of with Steve Morse. He's another guy that heard me playing in Engl in the late 80s.
Right.
Because what happened was Engl amps came to New York for a show in 86 at the Coliseum. And I tried this amp out. They had a combo. And it had presets. You could save presets.
Yeah.
But not one preset
Was sounding right. No.
The thing you were looking for.
Yeah.
So I told them you have to use multiple gain stages at the input.
Yeah.
This was their introduction, and they have to be filtered right so the low end doesn't screw up the next stage.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it sounds like a big muff.
Fluffy.
Yeah, fluffy.
Yeah.
So the idea is to keep it tight by filtering it a certain way, adding certain frequencies in each gain stage. And they went and did this and put out an amp called the Straight.
Yeah, and this
was a single 12. Combo, and it was a direct competitor with, say, a Mesa Boogie.
Yeah.
100-watt, single 12, weighed a ton.
Yeah, but it was a great amp.
I still have one. Yeah. And it went from crystal clear to medium distortion to complete distortion. And so that became my amp of those days. But if I go really far back, I have other amp stuff.
Before we start there, I have to
make your announcements, and then we'll talk about amp history.
Yeah. There's tons of history with
a lot of history. I got a lot of history.
Joe, and there's a lot of mutual history.
I always hated history, and now I
love
history.
it. You are history, and it's important to talk about all the things that you experience and the stories.
Yeah.
They are killer. Okay, my announcement. The test weeks we have done again, and there's only 2 days left. So if you want to check out any of the Blue Guitar amps, cabinets, or whatever we have there, now is the time. It's like by the end of the week, we kind of close for everybody to join. We have already quite some people joining in because it seems to be the thing to do. What will be done is you go on our website, on the Blue Guitar website, you choose whatever you want to check. We send it to you. You have over 4 weeks to check it out. I will do an online seminar with all the guys that are taking part. It's a kind of a closed, let's say, test week family. And I will personally answer all your questions. If you want that Engl sound, I can try to explain what it is, and I can try to do it on the amp one. And we can talk about MIDI, we can talk about anything, about our products. So that's the test weeks that ends by the end of this week. That's one important announcement. Okay, now let's...
Okay, I will tell you, I am a Blue Guitar Amp 1 user for over 10 years.
Yep.
I've never had a problem with it. I used it as recently as last Saturday in New York, and it works wonderfully well. And with one 100-watt speaker, it's more than enough to stand up to a band, a rock band. You know, I mean... These aren't the old days. And in the old days, I'm going to go back to the old days. In the old days, bands had at least a stack apiece and maybe a couple of SVTs for the bass, and it was very, very loud. And so what I had to do is learn how to make PA cabinets louder, monitor cabinets, PA cabinets, and this became my specialty
Yeah.
back in the 70s. So my uncle really got me into the whole audio thing. And what he did was he custom built an amp for me, which we actually sent you a picture of.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, let's see that.
it was
amp.
my first chance at actually designing an amplifier and seeing what would happen when it came out.
Yeah.
This was a 300 watt integral systems, one knob missing. Those square boxes are status indicators from Apache attack helicopters.
U.S.
So
military
when you fire
grade.
missiles, those are what light up. Fired one, fired two, fired three.
Okay.
And he custom made the knobs, and he etched all the writing, all the numbers, and everything in there himself.
Very cool.
Very cool thing. It took a while to make, and it was so loud. And we had these two very bright hi-fi kind of cabinets with Marlboro speakers, 8 Marlboro speakers. And it was really an incredible thing. You had to put blankets over these speakers because it was so
Too bright. Yeah.
So bright. I never heard 12-inch speakers with this kind of high end. You know?
Yeah.
I wish I could get them now. But he was really my first influence. He used to bring me down to his government lab where he designed weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
And he would play helicopters through the
PA system.
the giant sound system that they had in a really small room in the middle of the computer room.
Yeah.
And this thing would make your shirt practically come off. I mean, you heard these
Moved so
helicopter
much
blades. I
air.
can't do it because I got a mic on me now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like a ridiculous 12 cycles a second done right, you know. And so I really got into sound systems. And by high school, I was assisting my band director with the sound system there. So by the time I got to New York, when I was 17, bands were already ready for me to do sound for them. And I ended up working for a band called Blackfoot. I'm pretty sure a lot of you German guys have heard of Blackfoot, but they were a Southern rock Indian band, very heavy, and they were so tight. And they had a guitar player, Charlie Hargret, and Rick Medlock was the other one. He's in Leonard Skinner now. And he was originally in Leonard Skinner.
Wow.
In '69, he was their drummer.
Okay.
And then he became the guitar player in
yeah.
Blackfoot and lead singer. And then he went back to be the lead singer and guitar player in Leonard Skinner and still is.
Wow.
But Charlie, the other guitar player, had this sweet tone that I loved. And he was a big influence on me. So then I saw a band in Long Island called Rat Race Choir. And they had a guitar player by the name of Mark Hitt, Hitt. Look him up.
Okay.
And they had a quad PA. That means speakers in the back, speakers in the front.
Like
Stuff
doubles,
moving around.
It's stereo is 2 speakers and quad is 4 separate channels to give you all the
4-channel audio.
3D audio. I mean,
So I have another friend in New Jersey. His name was Steve Bondi. And he said, I took him to see Rat Race Choir, and he said, we have to do this. And we might even be able to do better with the sound system. And we did. And that's that black and white picture of me on the board.
from 19... What
19, well, that was actually, could have been
Se-
75, but it was by 76, we were using it all the time.
Yeah.
This picture.
Yeah.
This was our setup that we built because of Rat Race Choir. We built this. And we basically toured for about 2.5 years and didn't lose any money. We broke even. Which is like a miracle.
That's a miracle. Usually you lose money on...
And we had
on-
lasers, and they were doing like Genesis and ELP and Jethro Tull and Zeppelin and Who and all that stuff. So that was
a
in
sound
the 70s.
experience. A 70s sound experience. I mean, over your whole entire life, you told me you have done 35,000 live shows doing sound.
So I worked in a club called the Show Place in Dover, New Jersey, and then I got another gig at Max's Kansas City in New York City. So I was 4 nights at the Show Place and 3 nights at Max's every week. And so there were 4 bands a night, sometimes 2 shows a night. You can add it all up and multiply it, and you'll get. I stopped counting at 35,000, but it's far more. So anyway, plus there's sound checks and everything else. So I did this all the way through into the 80s, into the early 80s, and then the Show Place and Max's closed, and I got a job with. I worked for a while with Leslie West on tour, one of my favorite guitar players, another guy who influenced me a great deal. Not so easy to work for.
Of course.
But he was an incredible player, and his tone has a lot to do, inside with what I do with overdrive and everything else. Then I got a job with Alan Holdsworth, and he was my absolute favorite. Since '75, I loved him.
And
Tony
when
Williams.
when did you work with him?
In 1982.
82. Okay.
His first solo album, I O U. It was the release tour of the solo album. And I booked the shows and made him money.
Really?
And made me money.
Okay.
So it was like an amazing thing. I was, my favorite musician, and we're making money. Cool. And I made him enough money to move from England to California. He was repairing bicycles in England.
Yeah.
And he had no money at all. And he had already played with one of the greatest bands ever, UK. And he played on that Bill Bruford and Gong and Soft Machine and just all these just seminal bands.
Fusion bands from
and he
the
had
70s.
Nothing to show for it. And so he finally made a solo album, which was the direction he wanted to go.
Yeah.
And it was basically 3-piece guitar, bass, and drums. Eventually he brought in a keyboard player. And seriously, if you've not heard of this guy, you should look up his entire library.
It's unbelievable.
Nobody can play like this to this day. You've got all these hot shots out there now, believe me, and I love them all.
Yeah,
Matteo Mancuso and Guthrie Govan and Josh Meader and all these new guys, you know.
But Alan Holdsworth,
they can't touch him.
Yeah.
They do things. They're good. They're good players, and I love them.
He is my little...
and there's another guy, a classical guy, Antoine Boyer. Have you heard this
No,
kid?
I'm not into
Oh, you got to listen to what he plays. He's another miracle. They're all great, but Holdsworth sticks in my heart as #1 forever. No one will ever be that good.
I have my Holdsworth story is I met him a couple of times actually because he was a Hughes and Kettner user for a while, and I was hanging out with him when he was touring Germany. So I was picking him up and driving him around, watching the concerts, and
I might have met you when you were Hughes and Kettner.
Yeah.
That's when they made this monster.
Of course, that was my design as well. But anyway, and Alan Holdsworth was always, for me, very easy because I saw him off stage and driving him around it when he was totally relaxed. He was into brewing beer, and his, I would say, non-musician side was easy. It was fun. Having dinner with him and all that stuff, but his I never understood his concept. I mean, I know there is a sound that he's doing, but I have no idea actually what he's doing.
He takes the outside road. So if something's in one key, he'll play in everything else.
Yeah, but not the obvious.
And then come back to it to show you where he was.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting style, and he's not thinking a whole lot before he's playing. He's a real improviser, probably the greatest of all the improvisers outside of the sax players that he idolized, and I really, he was a big part of my life.
Yeah. A little thing about the two of us, we have been to so many trade shows. Maybe we should show hundreds. We should maybe show a few pictures because we met in China, in the US, in Germany, in I don't even know, And as we can see,
that's us.
That's us. Where do you any memories? This is China. This is China.
Yeah, that's in Shanghai.
Shanghai show. Yeah. This is again Shanghai?
Shanghai, yeah, it looks like the grid there.
Yeah. What else do we have?
That's in Germany. That's the last of the music Messe.
No. I can see the logo. That's the logo we have in the US. And it's the NAMM
So it's
show.
Nashville.
No, NAMM show. I know because Silver, what is the Silver was our neighbors. This is like 2 years ago or something like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's MX in LA, maybe.
LA,
Or it could be Guitar Summit. That's Nashville. Isn't that Nashville?
That looks like a Nashville.
That's Nashville. Okay. That
Can't tell. That must be because that's where we did the promo with your guitar.
Probably. Fucking hell. And here's the strap. That's the funny thing about that strap. You wearing that
I'm wearing that strap today. This is the Eventide H9000 strap, and that's their premier unit. Yeah. And also I'm using the H90 pedal.
Yeah. So this
which is their flagship foot pedal.
Yeah.
And I'm their ambassador around the world for this pedal. Yeah. So I've been with Eventide since 1974, and that's over 50 years for all you youngsters
before
out
you
there.
Guys were born, okay?
Yeah, right. But they are a wonderful company. They invented the digital delay. Yeah. Richard Factor invented the digital delay, and Tony Agnello invented the harmonizer. And I was just with them last week. I was with Tony.
That's history.
And he's got a wonderful book called Effects about old rack effects, you know, the real stuff.
They had those, what was they called? What was the rack mount delay? They
had the digital delay, which was the original. That was $10,000 in 1973.
Yeah, because it was the first one. And
it only had 300 milliseconds of 10K bandwidth delay. And this was $10,000. So back then you paid by the millisecond for delay.
Yeah,
now you can make it for free.
Yeah.
But these kind of
memory was expensive back then.
The way things were back then, okay, like if you were a keyboard player, and you had a lot of sounds, you were playing Genesis or ELP, you had 10 keyboards.
Yeah.
You didn't have one keyboard with a button you push for each sound.
No, you had to
see 10 different keyboards. They weren't even hooked up to each other. There wasn't MIDI. There wasn't anything.
Minimoog. Then there comes your Prophet 5.
So I went to work in 1984. I went to work for Vangelis. And he came from that I have a lot of keyboards place. And he said, I want one keyboard to trigger everything. The piano.
Okay.
So I had to go to Bob Moog of Moog synthesizer fame and get consultants to figure out how to get a real piano to work MIDI. Yeah. And we found a guy by the name of Bert Hansen. He had a company called Dino My Piano. And he put these little rubber stoppers underneath the piano keys, and they were like drum pads. They had dynamics. You could do 16 different levels.
And this was picking up.
And this was making a MIDI note for every key on the piano.
Yeah, trigger.
So I told Vangelis about this guy, and we invited him over, and he did it for a CP80 piano, which is Yamaha's electric piano with strings.
Yeah, but the biggest one.
But it had a real keyboard, an 88 key version. Yeah. And we had him do it, and we hooked up all his MIDI keyboards to this, and he had foot pedals underneath the piano, and he would play. And this is a guy who does movie soundtracks live with an orchestra and all his keyboards to the screen of the movie. They perform it, and that's how they record it. So now he's got something where he can sit on a piano and have all the big sounds come in where he wants to.
Still play the piano.
He loved this. So we gave this guy a lot of work. We sent him to Paris and Rome and London to do all his pianos. And I learned a lot from that. And in the process, I also hooked up with John Anderson from Yes. And I brought him over to the hotel room where Vangelis was. They had done albums together, so they were so happy to see each other, you know. It's like in New York and in a hotel full of keyboards, and they actually practically recorded an album right in the room. But now, the guy who was playing keyboards in that video you just saw us play, that's my band. It's called BCTD. We did a version of Stratus, and the guy, Chris Clark, is the keyboard player. Jay Didymo is the drummer, and Charlie Torres is the bass player. Now, Charlie Torres was Rick Derringer's bass player for 25 or 30 years.
Okay.
And Jay Didymo is Nectar's drummer now.
Nectar's.
Yeah, their drummer died a couple of years ago, and he replaced him. And Chris Clark is touring with John Anderson.
Okay.
Yes, a singer, and they're called the Band Geeks. So it's John Anderson and the Band Geeks, and they actually sound, I'm telling you, better than, yes. They sound amazing, and John is super happy with it all. But Chris is an amazing character. He played with Brand X for 5 years. He plays with Virgil Donati. He's on that Ruination album. If you know this drummer from Australia, Virgil Donati, he's like ridiculous.
Cool. Back to the gear. So
Yeah, the gear, yeah.
You are the Eventide guy for, I mean,
Forever.
forever.
I'm the guy forever.
Yeah, and this was what we are using. We had just simply plugged your laptop in and
Yeah, I'm playing straight through the
for
H90.
and that's basically it.
And
it keeps it simple for today, which is all good. But going back to the early days, you have a video that I wanted you guys to see because it's so cool. The John Entwistle story. What was this?
Okay, I gave Engl some amplifier advice in 1986 in New York. They had an amp that did 16 presets, and none of them had the rock thing.
Yeah.
But it did the presets real well, and it was a loud amp. I said, you have to add preamp gain stages with special filters.
Yeah.
And if you put enough of them in a row, some amp companies use 7 now.
Yeah. I know.
But if you put enough of them in the row, you have metal. Voila.
Yeah.
So I kind of introduced Engl to the metal world. There was a guy, Horst.
Yeah.
You remember Horst?
Yeah, he was the first engineer.
He was the guy that I gave the information to. And 2 years later, in 1987, I went to the Music Messe.
Yeah, in Frankfurt, Germany.
And I'm walking around the show, and I hear something really loud blasting out of a soundproof cabin, but you could tell it was loud in there.
Yeah, this was.
And I walk in, and it was Zach Starkey, Ringo's son, and Entwistle, just bass and drums. You know, with Entwistle, it's all about the bass and drums. So let's just have bass and drums in the booth.
Yeah.
So that's what he did. And they were playing away, and I go, you know, this needs something.
Guitar.
It needs a guitar, my guitar. He said, well, if you come down to this club at the airport tonight, you can play with us. So he is giving me permission to go on stage at a very exclusive party. I believe it was Soundcheck or one of these magazines that had the party at a place called the Dorian Gray in Frankfurt Airport.
Yeah.
Very exclusive. You get a black card when you go in, and you have to scan the card when you leave.
And it is expensive drink.
Yeah, very expensive. I didn't drink a thing. But I didn't even have water, I don't think. But anyway, so I go down there early. I say, well, I'm playing with John Entwistle tonight. Give me control of the sound system. Give me control of the bands that go up. I'll be like the guy that decides who can play and who can't.
Okay.
So the next thing you know, I got like Jack Bruce walking up, can we play? Steve Stevens, can I play with John? You know, and I let all of it happen, you know. I mean, I did all of it. And Rudy Schenker and all these people were there, you know, and so I get to play with John, and there's actually a video of this, if you want to hit it.
I think let's watch the video.
And this will be with John and then Jack Bruce.
Later. Okay, in the same video.
In the same night. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. You played with the legends.
2 in one night. I played with 2 of my 3 favorite bass players,
Yes.
and I played with the third one at a Chicago NAMM show.
Yeah.
That was Timmy Bogert.
Yeah, and see, that's the great thing about all these shows.
Yeah.
We bump into people that you never have usually the access to. And
I had no idea I'd be playing on stage with Rudolf Schenker,
yeah, and remember when
Jack Bruce.
when I was doing a Guitar Summit back in 2000, was it 19 or 18, with Uli John Roth on stage, I hand you this guitar, you know, and you were in the audience.
That was the Music Messe. That was before the summit.
Oh, yeah, really. And by the
Oh,
way,
we did the summit for Little Wing. Yeah.
Summit Little Wing,
Right.
You know, you were the surprise
That
guest.
thin neck. I still remember.
But here comes the Music Messes thing. You know, all these memories come back when I was doing a Gibson night, and I remember. So you just mentioned that you were there as
The
well.
sound, it was the guy who has the vintage sound
System.
Wolfgang.
Yeah,
say,
I forgot his name.
Yeah, Wolfgang Neumann.
Neumann, probably.
Yeah, he has the biggest collection of vintage sound
PA
gear.
systems.
It's like a museum.
Yeah, and
It's
we
a
had
whole
to.
room full of amazing
We
concerts.
played that stage. It was the theme was Les Paul.
Wolfgang Schabach Neumann.
Okay, Shabbat.
That's his name.
Yeah. And I was there, and there was a girl waving, "Hey, can I join in?" And I thought, let's see, while playing. And I said, you know, it's cool. She looks cute. Have her come on stage. And what happened was, she joined in. She was killing it. I don't know. I don't remember what we played. I think it was Touch.
Probably a Deep Purple song.
Yeah. And then later on, I found out that she is the guitar player in Strange Kind of Woman. So do we have the picture? Yeah, which is cool. Eliana. Yeah. Yeah, and I've never played with her, and I never even, you know, I didn't know who she was. This was full risk.
This stage had a bunch of PA cabinets on it, so I ended up playing direct into 2 S4 cabinets. This is Clare Brothers. You can look it up. They are much bigger and heavier than real guitar cabinets. Nothing you want to carry around for the rest of your life, but it sounded amazing. I was 3 feet in front of, you know,
Yeah.
thousands of watts.
Yeah, but I mean, these are the things that happen. I have another clip here that I want to show. It's what was it? The thing we met at in Nashville. I don't know.
Nashville, where I kind of promoted your.
Okay.
That was
let's watch that.
The one
clip.
where it's his guitar, and I think I might have been wearing it, or you were. Was I wearing
I
it?
don't remember, but it's like so many.
I thought I played a little on that one too, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But
All right, here we are at the NAMM show in Nashville with Blue Guitar, the greatest amp and a pedal you'll ever find anywhere. It's 100 watts and it weighs nothing. It's loud. It's amazing.
And we're back. That was Nashville, man, and I missed that show. It's gone now.
Unfortunately, this was summer.
All they
NAMM.
have in Nashville now is the Chet Atkins Appreciation Society, which is
Okay.
actually a good show, but it's not for guys like me.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, there's a lot of good shows have gone. I mean,
Gone south, yes.
Frankfurt used to
No
be the
more
biggest.
Pro Light and Sound in Frankfurt. I
yeah.
have to go to Bangkok for this show after
Yeah.
Guitar Summit.
Yeah.
But Guitar Summit's very good. This
Yeah.
is a great show.
I'm so happy that we have Guitar
Yeah,
Summit.
you're like the mover and shaker of that show. I mean, everywhere you go, there's a screen with him talking on it. There's a
tried-
poster. It's
You
like,
know, I was so desperate that Germany does not lose a good show, and Frankfurt was gone.
yeah, and then Holy Grail went under, so now it's part of the. It's a small part of the summit. So
Yeah, but the summit is the show that I tried to push as hard as I could,
Yeah.
just because it was important that we have a really good show that will not disappear.
And
now
that
it's
show
from-
made all the guitar players happy. They don't mind that the Messe is no more because the last few years of the Messe weren't that good.
No.
It was very good. This show is very good every time, and
Yeah.
big stars, great guitar players.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, I mean, you're seeing Tommy Emmanuel and
Ah,
you know, all these new kids up
Paul
there.
Gilbert, Billy Sheen, you know,
Yeah.
the
And one of my favorites, Andy Timmons.
Of
I
course,
got a
Andy
shout
Timmons,
out to
yeah.
him. He is one of my
Andy.
favorite guitar players
Yeah.
and people. So
absolutely, what a nice guy.
what a guy,
Yeah.
you know. And
Yeah.
I got to play with him once with Larry Mitchell, another guy that I
Didn't we play there?
at NAMM. I don't think we did. I think that was not with Andy Timmons.
Yeah, I played with Andy at the Guitar Summit. Was it
Yeah.
last year?
Yeah,
But
I saw that.
Larry Mitchell, I played a couple of times.
Yeah, and one of them I was.
He was actually sitting on your stool.
Yeah. No, Larry's great.
Yeah.
When Larry was a teenager, I was a judge at a guitar contest that he was in.
Okay.
And all three of us voted for him.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
his career kind of went up right from that point. But
Yeah.
he was much more than a guitar player. I mean, he's a great producer and
Yeah,
engineer. And he's got a very, you know...
He has a vision of sound.
yeah, he does a lot of American Indian kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a lot of different things. And he does acoustic stuff that's wonderful. I mean, he's much more... I mean, I'm more of a electric, lot of overdrive and into my whole technique and everything. You know, I'm not as versatile as a lot of people, but I can fit into a lot of kinds of music with what I do.
But you have a very special thing.
Right.
And
I have a
that's
technique.
yeah, the technique. It's the tapping legato. I don't know.
They call it legato shred these days.
Yeah, but you are doing this since day one, since I knew you.
But it's a combination of that and note gambling. I'm not really that aware of what music I'm doing. It's kind of an interesting place to be because it's high risk.
Yeah.
And you get this buzz every time you are challenged to play the right stuff. And there is a fear that you won't. You know?
Yeah, I find it quite interesting that you know kind of ish what the chords are, but you are not this kind of, let's say, Rick Beato style. Oh, this is I'm playing whatever C major over B, and that's the Lydian mode. And I have a sharp.
And it's funny because sometimes, as an engineer, a lot of musicians ask me for musical advice, and it's very difficult. I can tell them whether they're in or out of tune.
That's important.
This is a very important part of it. So you know, when you're working with a sax player who's a famous jazz guy known worldwide, and he says, "Are you sure that one's in tune?" Or he's asking me. You know, guys like Michael Brecker asking me if what they're doing is okay. You know, this is a big responsibility. You know, I'm actually on one record with him.
Okay.
With Vinnie Colaiuta on drums and Anthony Jackson on bass, a Barry Finnerty album. Barry's another great. He was my next door neighbor in New York for years. So we did a lot of records together.
Cool.
But he put me on one song called You Got It by Barry Finnerty.
Okay.
And I do the first solo right before Michael Brecker.
Yeah.
And then Barry does a solo, and then Vinny does a solo. But, I mean, these guys are like ridiculous musicians. You know, I can't stand in the same room with them, but I got on a record with them.
Yeah. Can you explain a little bit?
Okay, you'll have to take me on. Yeah.
So I'm unmute you.
Yeah,
So,
okay. So a lot of what I do is hammer on, pull off, slide. Right, so. You got it.
Okay.
But my whole style is based around this kind of stuff because I don't use a pick and I'm left-handed.
Ah, okay. I didn't know
So
that. Yeah.
when I want it to sound like a pick, I mute.
Okay. Here comes. This is a very very typical thing and very expressive thing. So you do a lot of tapping here. I mean, this wasn't really tapping. This was kind of hammer on, pull off. And,
Hammer on, pull off,
and
slide. The tapping is not really tapping in the sense of what you see these guys do. It's not
Van
like
Halen,
Stanley Jordan
yeah.
or whatever. He was the guy who brought music and tapping, like from Emmett Chapman to him.
Yeah.
To
But what you are doing is like you point out certain notes by like playing your thing here, and then suddenly there comes one note, and then most of the time I noticed that you are doing a bend.
Yeah, I can bend, and then I also do a slide sometimes, like. Harmonic on the way down.
Yeah.
Anyway, harmonics are another thing that I'm into. So it's all like under the one
string.
time I'm playing at a show in Dallas.
Yeah.
The Dallas Vintage Guitar Show. I think this was 1988.
Yeah.
And Ted Nugent is watching me play. And he's standing there, and he's watching me, and he's watching me. And finally, he says, fuck it. And he comes up, and he asks me, how are you doing the harmonics?
Yeah. What?
He wanted to know how I was getting them so clean, you know?
Yeah.
It's because I don't use a pick. I can get my finger underneath and do it. With a pick, I don't even know how.
And you use
I use the finger, the side of the finger
for the harmonics.
Yeah.
And then you have to like the other finger.
Right. So I use the side of the finger. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait.
Trick at the show. Leave it on for a second. I don't know if I can do it, but I'll try. Position here, but trying to get little tricks. They're like trade show things. When people are walking by
It
and you
grabs
play
the
this kind
attention.
of shit, they stop and they listen.
That's attention.
So the next
grabber,
thing you do, you look up and it's like
a lot of people.
Eric
standing there.
Johnson or
Yeah.
Steve Vai or Frank Zappa or Steve Howe. These are the people who are listening to me do this stuff.
I had such a moment. I was doing my thing, and I was
Alan Holdsworth with Eddie Van Halen
Yeah.
watching me at the show.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
I was doing my thing. I was thinking of nothing, and I looked, and I was Carlos Santana, just like you.
Right,
you
right,
know,
yeah.
like face to face.
Yeah, I
like,
looked up one year. I'm playing with the Avalon, and I look up and it's Animals as Leaders, the two guitar players from that.
yeah.
These guys are great. I love them,
Yeah.
But he heard me, He said, "Look, I heard you.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I hear what you're doing. It's as long as those guys recognize it."
Yeah,
And when I worked at the Show Place, this club in New Jersey in the 70s,
yeah.
we had a lot of guitar players that would show up. And I had my rig in the dressing room with that amp, that crazy amp, and a high watt and a Marshall and everything. I had and my Eventide and rolling chorus echoes and everything, right? And I'm in there with Rick Derringer for like 2 hours playing with Rory Gallagher.
Yeah.
I mean, with the people that I grew up idolizing totally, right? I mean, Roy Buchanan telling me, I
Unbelievable,
love what you do.
Yeah.
When he told me that, man, that made my life go on. I mean, I was like, I told Seymour Duncan that. He was flipping out, because he's such a fan of Roy. Roy was the sweetest guy ever. I don't,
Killer player. I mean, unbelievable. The
Yeah, I mean, but he had a lot of the little things that I have. He had way before. I mean, all that kind of
harmonics.
that thing, But that was a great opportunity for me to get seen by guys.
Yeah.
Ace Frehley was a good friend. I mean, these guys were all there and hanging out with me.
Sure.
Till late at night, and
You
it
meet
was
them
just-
and you connect with them on a
and I
different
played
level.
all the time in those days.
Yeah.
Until one day I'm working in a club in New York, Max's Kansas City, and I reach around the back of an amp rack to fix something, and there was one fan that wasn't there on the back of the rack, and my finger hit this metal
Ouch.
fan, and it just went. So for 6 months, no more practice. I couldn't play a note. But the very first thing I played when that was over in 1978 was by far the best thing I had ever done.
And probably because you have not played.
That was exactly it.
No?
I hadn't been practicing.
Yeah. You
Practice
just,
distracts you from playing.
yeah. You have to be not doing the exercises.
I never did them again.
The thing, same with me. I make the experience when I have a break with my band because I go to the NAMM, then I go usually after this have a vacation, and then I haven't really played the guitar because I take time off. And then when I come back, the first gig always is like, I think like, let's see what it's gonna be like, and it's so good. It's always so fresh for me because I'm kind of like a blank piece of paper with one very clear message that comes out. It's not like I show off with all the tricks that I can do. It's more like let's say condensed and focused, and it's more me. It's more my personality.
Yeah, I mean, when I
Less
play, I'm
technology.
improvising to various tracks, and I do all my little things that I do. But it's a very moment by moment thing. I don't plan things out well.
Yeah.
And this particular solo actually sounded like something I had written and played.
Yeah.
It was like a handwritten type of solo.
Yeah. We have a clip, and this is
Yeah,
like
that's the clip of me. It's like the center clip. It looks like it's in Tokyo. It says Ueno backwards.
and
right
this
there.
was 1980.
Okay, this was 1978.
Okay, 78.
So this is a 48-year-old. What you're hearing, although what you're seeing is recent, I'm playing along to something, but what you're hearing is the original.
Okay, check that out.
Okay, and it's about 3 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, so in this clip, you kind of had already the key ingredients. It is, you know, your licks, and it's the tap bending.
It has all the tricks, but it actually made musical sense with the song. And that was one of the first times the song became a consideration in my playing, and not just burning it up. You know?
It's pure. It's pure in a way.
I still love it to this day. It's almost 50 years ago, and I still have to finish the song. Jolyn Turner agreed to sing it, and I have an orchestra that's going to play it. I got all the right elements. I just need money.
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough
money.
One.
So anyway, somewhere back in the I don't know, I guess it was the 90s.
Yeah.
My buddy Paul Nowinski calls me up. He's a bass player. He played with everybody. And he had a gig with Les Paul.
This is the Les Paul story I want you to tell, because that's great.
he puts me on the phone with Les. Les, he says, Joe, you can help him, you know, with the sound. I said, me help Les Paul with the sound. Okay.
I mean, Les Paul, the
he
guy
invented it all. So
invented
anyway, so
everything.
he goes, he gets on the phone. He goes, there's something wrong with the Myers. I need you to come down here. Bring an oscillator. I said, I don't have an oscillator. He said, just come down here and mess around with it, see what you can do. So I take a 58, I get into the equalizers, I set the whole system. 5 minutes, get the reverbs all where they wanted, everything good. He goes, wow, that's amazing. I never seen anybody do that. He goes, come back next week. But bring an oscillator. I never brought the oscillator.
Yeah.
He called me every Monday for about a year. And I did that for him. And finally he understood what I was, they actually wrote down all the stuff. Tommy Doyle, his guy who did his sound, and his son did the recordings. Rusty, my dear friend Rusty.
Okay.
I was in a band with Rusty. Les Paul Jr.
Okay.
That's
cool.
Rusty.
Oh, a real
He's
junior.
the real Les Paul Jr. But I played with a guy at BB King's every Monday night, John Paris. I played with him every Monday night for 13 years at BB King's as a guest. And Rusty would come, and Danny Aiello would come. All these different people would come. I worked for Danny Aiello for a while, too. And I did so many different kinds of sound work.
When we talked about the PA sound for Les Paul, we talked about why the oscillator would show that there would be like little dips
In the speakers that are there actually on purpose. Meyer designed speakers
That's the point.
to be
Quite
feedback
interesting.
resistant, so that when
Yeah.
you turn them up loud, it's like you've already EQ'd them.
Yeah.
They
And-
need the least amount of overall EQ of any speaker
And this is done because they have a crossover and
at the right frequencies.
So when the crossover is there, by nature, you have like a dip where something is missing. But if you make the dip at the right frequency,
It acts as an EQ.
Yeah.
And I was an EQ specialist, okay? I was a guy that could sit on the side of a stage with a bunch of third octave EQs and
know
make a
what to do.
16 monitor send band happy in 5 minutes from the side of the stage without my own monitor. I could hear it from the stage.
Wow. Yeah.
Then this
Experience.
company, then this is a Music Messe story.
Okay.
So then one year at the Music Messe, the guy that owned TC Electronics, he was like some big millionaire guy. He
Now sold to Yamaha. I
we're
think.
sitting in the Sennheiser booth. He goes, well, I'm celebrating. I just made a deal with Claire Brothers for this new equalizer. And it's an automatic equalizer that allows you to go in front of the monitor with a moving fader panel and set the EQ from in front of the monitor.
Okay.
And it sets it and keeps it. It's presettable. I just sold Claire Brothers 2,000 of these units for like $2,500 a piece.
That was a deal.
So let's have a drink.
Yeah, of course.
And when he says, let's have a drink,
yeah.
I didn't know what I was in for here.
Yeah.
So you know how they have here, they have beer and schnapps,
Yeah.
right?
In Germany, we have beer and schnapps.
They have the kind of schnapps, you have to wear a lobster bib. And they have this schnapps that pours into the beer as you're drinking the beer. The schnapps pours in,
Yeah.
and you drink them both at once. And we were at the Music Messe till like 1 a.m.
Our
doing this.
headache
and we
time.
were the only people in the entire building, and we could hardly walk.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. When I
He
was
was
younger,
so happy.
When I was younger, I was doing parties as well at Musik Messe, but these days,
Don't party like we used to, folks.
No,
we,
no.
We want to stay alive now.
Yeah, and
And not chasing death.
Yeah, so alcohol is
anymore.
fun when you're 20, but it's becoming. I just hate the headaches.
Yeah.
I don't mind to have the good mood when I'm drunk.
I was really never a big drinker.
Same here.
I
but-
did everything else, but I was never a big drinker, and now I don't do much of anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to smoke a little, but it's
Yeah.
all legal. It's not even fun anymore. But yeah, there's lots of things. I mean, I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do this. I've been wanting to do this with you for a long time. I watch all your other ones.
Wow. Yeah.
And you got some great guys up here doing a lot of great stuff. I mean, again, I'm one of those trade show shock factor guys, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, this is how we always bump into each other.
Yeah.
There's one more picture you have to see because this was
The Marshalls. Huh?
The Marshalls. Just watch.
Yeah,
the
I did a thing for, and believe me, I would have played through this rig if it was on.
Of course you would.
Of course I would, and it would have been perfect for an Entwistle gig because he was that
Loud.
loud. Nobody was like, this is 16 stacks, you can't see the top 4.
Yeah, endless, the wall of sound. And I remember the early days.
It's like 99, I think.
Yeah, I think I was there in that time. This was my very first ones, and there was Warwick, and Warwick Entwistle was a Warwick guy.
Yes.
And my friend Raoul Walton, who is originally from New York, who I played with on all my records, and he was also a Warwick artist. And so I was joining some of these events. This is where the alcohol was.
Yeah, they had a bar.
Yeah, they had a bar.
That was the main attraction. So, you know, you'd always see like, they'd have like Bootsy Collins and T.M. Stevens. You know, and I love T.M. You know, it's a shame what happened to him. But I loved him, and I played with him a lot at these shows.
Yeah.
I did a lot of playing with him. And I played with Dieter Schnapka a lot.
Yeah.
He was the first guy I got to play with in Germany.
Yeah.
And I love Dieter, you know. And there was this organ player, Wolfman.
Yeah, Wolfman. Yeah.
I played with him at the in-ear booth for a couple, you know.
Yeah.
But my organ player is Jon Hammond. He's the guy I play with at all these shows, and he's really and Michael Falkenstein, another fantastic organ player. And while I'm mentioning people, let me say hi to Constantino Pavlis. He's over in Frankfurt. He's a reggae artist and DJ, and he has a show, a radio show, and many things going on. And I've been staying with him in Frankfurt now for 35 years or something, and we've done a lot of work together. We made records and stuff. I got a lot of German friends, you know. I got a lot of people here.
But this is why, because you've been here for all the trade shows.
Yeah,
this
I come
is where
back
you
twice a year, every year. So
and you meet the people, then you connect, and then it happened that you kind of.
I heard a great jazz guitar player at the Guitar Summit a couple of years, Michael Sagmeister.
Yeah, Michael Sagmeister.
He told me he took a lesson from Barry Finnerty, who was my next door neighbor.
Guess what? I was playing with Michael Sagmeister, and the backup band was my Rock Anarchy. So guess we playing Rock Anarchy, but we played with Sagmeister. So we played.
What did you play?
Um,
Oh, yeah, that's great. I love playing that song. Yeah, I love that.
So
You know what's another good one is All Blues by Miles. That's another good one.
Yeah, maybe I don't
I
know.
can show it to you in 2 minutes.
Okay.
But it's real simple. But there's some nice video out there now of him and of like Steve Lukather and Al Di Meola playing it.
Okay.
But it's a real simple song like that.
Let's play some music.
Yeah, we'll play.
Yeah, that's just whatever. What key is it? Or do
Oh,
we-
this is in G. It's,
Yeah.
it's yeah. So it's. Goes to the 5.
Yeah, okay.
Blues to it. It's so cool. You know, I mean, so you want to try that?
Okay, we have another great song for you. Yeah, we have a
Yeah,
little
that guitar. I remember that guitar. I played it once.
Yeah, you played it.
The thin neck.
Yeah, but it's,
I'm really a Les Paul guy from the beginning, and you have an amazing Les Paul. And you had one in your booth one year. It was like some $250,000.
This was the 59
thing, yeah. And you played it that night. And
Yeah.
I took pictures of you playing it that night.
Yeah.
But that was an amazing guitar. That was a real good one.
It was not mine. It was a.
But it played nice.
It was a killer. This was probably the best 59 I played so far.
Yeah.
And I'm not liking every 59.
No.
So
Barry Finnerty had a great one, but it had a replaced headstock because it got burned off in a fire.
it doesn't matter if it sounds good.
Yeah, no,
You
it
know.
sounds amazing.
Yeah, that guitar was super special.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. So
So we've done this. I think we've done this. We've done what we could do. If you want me to play one to a track, to get out of here, I can do it, but you don't need it.
I mean,
I don't think you need it.
I'm all happy, but so if you are in Germany next week, when?
No, I'm leaving Wednesday for Mongolia.
Oh, Mongolia! What's going on in Mongolia?
Genghis Khan Airport. Yeah, it's actually a 3-hour stop on the way to Tokyo, but I've never been to Mongolia, and I'm not leaving the airport. But I'll warm up on my throat singing, and my horseback riding, or whatever
The double voice.
Yeah, they do that there. That's what they do.
I had an experience about that, which was super funny. You know, Thijs van Leer, the organ player in
Yes, I know. Focus.
Focus, who played in my band.
Yeah.
I was at his birthday, and his brother was a specialist in singing this Mongolian thing.
Oh.
I don't know how they do it, but this was the most amazing birthday I've ever been, because all crazy people.
Yeah.
Thijs van Leer.
Yeah, I saw some video of you with him and Ian Pace.
Yeah, with the Deep Purple guys.
Yeah, man, wow.
I mean, the story is even more crazy. I wanted, or let's put it that way. Don Airy, who's the keyboard player,
Don.
everybody's keyboard player, but Deep Purple keyboard player,
Yeah.
wanted to make a band with me. I can show you letters that he wrote.
That's great.
Song ideas, everything. And then he got hired by Deep Purple. So he told me, oh, Thomas, I cannot do the band. So I had to come up, I booked already concerts for that band. And Don Airy was not available anymore. So I had to come up with somebody else. And then I remembered that I played with a drummer that played with Thijs van Leer in Focus. And he was like a sub in a German band.
Yeah.
And then I asked this drummer, can I get the telephone number of your boss? I need an organ player that can replace Don Airy. And he said, okay, here's his number. And I called Thijs van Leer, and Thijs van Leer said, hello, what's up, whatever. And I played him some of the music, and he was in the band.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, simple as
Yeah,
that.
I was very friendly for years with Jan Ackerman.
Yeah, killer
He had
player.
his own model of guitar.
Yeah.
He had his own. He used a guitar like my I have a Les Paul Personal.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is only 1969 they made this guitar. It's bigger body, thicker, heavier, low impedance pickups, a lot of controls.
Okay, yeah.
And they made this in 1969 for Les Paul. That's why it was called the Personal.
Ah, yeah.
So I have one of Les's old Personals. And I brought it to him, and he said, "Yeah, that was one of mine." But he looked at the way my uncle had wired it, the same uncle that made the amplifier, rewired the guitar like on his own without knowing anything. He goes, "Man, I ain't touching that." But I had Tommy rewire it like Les would have it, and now it works perfect. It weighs a ton, but he has one, and he put humbuckers in it at some point. Well, I like him a lot. Boy, there's a guitar player who did that. That riff a lot, you know.
Jan Ackerman was way ahead of his time.
And McCarty from Cactus, another guy who did this.
Yeah.
You know, I stole from all these guys.
Yeah, and Schenker did that too.
Schenker did it too.
Yeah,
And I saw
Michael
videos of him
Schenker.
from '71 where he's amazing.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah.
And but who was he got to play one night with Leslie West and him and my friend Mark Hitt got to play together at the Grove in Anaheim. You know, this big place.
Yeah.
You ever play in there? Yeah.
No, not.
That's a good venue.
Yeah.
That's good.
I played another thing. I played the rooftop.
Oh, the rooftop. I saw that.
Yeah. And then I played another thing this year actually. I forgot across the street of Cartella Avenue, or what is it?
Yeah.
You know, one of those places on Cartella.
Right.
Forgot about ballroom, some kind of thing. Hey.
Yeah, you know, I played. I'm the opening with Jon Hammond. We're the opening band at NAMM every year. So to see us, we're on the stage that's by the sound hall.
Yeah.
And the arena.
Yeah.
There's a small stage there. We're always the first band on. We get an hour set when everybody else gets 40 minutes.
That's cool.
And we're like the sound check band every year.
Nice to have rituals.
Yeah, I've been there 10 years in a row at least.
And this is like, it's a ritual that we have to meet at every trade show.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, is Joe there?
Yeah, no, I have to make the trip every time to wherever your booth is. And find you because...
And catch up with, you know...
And one more mention before I go. Okay, Amp X is coming.
Yeah, you got the shirt, and you've been...
Amp X is coming, and let me tell you, I am waiting for it. And also...
He has been to the R&D before this show.
Yeah, I went and saw him putting it together. This thing has all the stuff in it that I need already. So it's like, for me, that could be the last amp I ever need to buy.
Okay.
I hope it is, because
It will be. Because
and it's light. It's not heavy. Yeah. You know, I am buying one other amp before the X is done. I'm going to Foshan, China.
Okay.
And buying a Gate 32 50-watt Dumble clone. And this guy's good, let me tell you. Joe Bonamassa sends his amps to him and stuff. This guy's really good, and I play for him in Shanghai every year. So if you're in Shanghai, you got to hear some of that. But Shanghai's a crazy show.
Yep. I've been there a couple of times, but...
this time it was really crazy.
Yeah.
Stage next to stage,
loud.
next to stage,
I know
next to stage, and then across stage, and then the next aisles. Like more and more people are playing and less sound people. So it's like, sound police. I have a long history with the sound police.
Well, tell me. Me too.
I had them working for me to turn everyone else down so they could hear me.
Yeah, that helps.
I was on, what is it, NDR? What is the radio station
in Germany?
For the American Force, AFN.
AFN, American
I was
Forces
on AFN,
Network.
getting interviewed
Yeah.
while the sound police were trying to turn me down. And I stopped playing, and they said, "It's louder." This is on 51 countries. This is going on.
Yeah.
And then also Hammond played a song with Barry Finnerty at AFN Studios.
Right. Yeah.
And they had a pre-war Neumann microphone. One mic for the whole thing. And I just go out by them and I turn it down to half. Because it's always hitting the compressor.
Yeah.
And it came out like a record.
It's
on a record. That tune is on a record.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah, Germany got the technology, man. You got to keep up the tradition of being reliable, works great, sounds great, German technology.
I try to do my best in that direction.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You're doing a lot.
Thanks, Joe, for joining in.
Cheers, everybody.
And see you soon somewhere on this planet.
And hi, Meredith in New York. And, so many people I didn't even mention. But whatever.
Take care,
Next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.